The Ogallala Aquifer lies between parts of 8 states and is the primary source of fresh water for the Texas Panhandle. The impact of excessive groundwater withdrawals from the Ogallala has been a topic of debate since the 1930s. Debate about its overuse kept growing because technology continued to make pumping easier. The Texas legislature responded in 1949 by approving the creation of local groundwater conservation districts. 3 groundwater conservation districts in the Texas Panhandle and South Plains were among the first 5 to be created in the state. In 1951, the High Plains Underground Water Conservation District was the first to be formed in Texas. More than 50 people who held title to land in the district at the time petitioned for its creation. The North Plains Groundwater Conservation District came next in 1955, followed by the Panhandle Groundwater Conservation District in 1956. At the time, Texas was in the midst of what is known as the drought of record for the state. Beginning in 1950 and ending in 1957, the drought highlighted the vulnerability of Texas's water resources. Today in Texas, more than 100 districts manage local water resources.
And so those groundwater districts have the ability to regulate well spacing, so how far wells are apart from each other, as well as how far a well is from your property line, to kind of manage my pumping impacts on your property.
We have spacing requirements, we have production limits, we have reporting requirements for the producers within the district.
Besides setting rules and issuing well permits, groundwater districts must create a groundwater management plan.
And that is overseen by the state and says you have to develop certain provisions, address certain objectives and goals, so that the state can look at groundwater districts as a whole and see if they're being successful in achieving their purposes.
How well can they do their job?
Well, I think it depends on what a groundwater district wants to do. So it is a bottom-up sort of proposition. We have groundwater districts that are one county. We have groundwater districts that are multiple counties. We have some that I would say are very aggressive about conservation across the state and some less so. They are political entities, which I think always has a risk associated with it. The positive is they're representing the local needs. The flip side is those local needs may not be consistent with keeping water in the ground or longevity.
Voters who reside in groundwater districts elect the members of their district's board of directors. That board of directors is also advised by others who live and work in the area. Eric Simpson is on an advisory committee for the High Plains Water District.
The research that they're doing at the High Plains Underground Water District is amazing. Their tests of wells to see where the water level's at, the data that they're giving us, the water tests and water quality tests that they're getting us, as well as the outreach and education programs, I've been really impressed by. They really have conservation in mind, in my opinion, particularly the people who are involved and who are employed by our water district here. The process of being an advisor to a board where we are saying, well, this is what we're seeing, boots on the ground, and we think these changes may need to happen, and the board ultimately decides. I think I wouldn't be going out on a limb to say that our water district does not have any form of regulation in mind for the foreseeable future. So I don't think that they are necessarily going to go to a farmer and say, hey, you can only pump out X amount of gallons per year. I don't see that in the future. This may be because a lot of the people on the board, as well as us advisors, are either farmers or landowners or ranchers. We may not have an interest in saying, well, yeah, regulate me.
Water scarcity isn't a problem for tomorrow, it's an issue for today. Let Panhandle PBS keep you informed. Subscribe to this YouTube channel today.
At Panhandle PBS, our reliable news reporting and fact-based storytelling has always been free. We're proud to offer our work for free thanks to generous support of viewers like you. If you appreciate our journalism and would like to see it continue, please consider making a donation to Panhandle PBS today.